Well, there you go. Hello, Dr Nob the Rabbit, back in his research laboratory. Not by demand, but there you go. So, I've polished my microscope, dusted off my clipboard and sharpened my pencils. And we're doing another steering test whilst drinking a very hot cup of coffee. And so the top half is steering, as you can tell, and the bottom is no steering. And essentially this is about proving that the width of the road, or whatever track you're on, if it is wide enough, you can save distance. So they've both been going 4 minutes 40 something, as you can see. Speeds are pretty much consistent, I thank you for that. So I'm trying to keep the speed the same, and by the end of this short video you should hopefully have unquestionable proof that if you've got steering, then you can cut the route distance down. You'll still finish at the same banner, obviously, because the actual banner position doesn't change. It's just you'll, within the confines of the width of the road, you will be able to complete that route in a shorter distance. Now you'll notice one of my teammates decides to join in. On the bottom screen he appears, Patrick Karlstrom. I must have left the lab door open, so in he walks. I'll tell him to give me a few minutes, otherwise he'll spoil the experiment by getting in front of us, because he likes to lead. So if he was in front of me, then obviously I would be getting draft and it would skew the results, because this is about solid concrete testing. But the steering, I am trying to hit the racing line as much as possible. And over, I think this is maybe about 6k or 5.8 or something by the time I finish. I do start off doing a route tempo trek, but I cut off it, as you'll see, because I don't need to do a 50 mile 80 kilometer route or something to prove me point. Over a short distance you can reduce the route length within because obviously the route length is based on no steering. Now you'll see what I mean. But what does this mean in regards to racing? Well, if you're choosing a racing line all the time and you've got steering, but you're in a group, oh, where was Nob after 10 minutes? Well, here I was. So this is where we're finished. You can see on the top one, that little blue light marker thing on the right hand side. I'm miles away from it underneath, the one without steering, probably about 60 meters or so. So as I say, it's only what, 5.9k? So after 5.9k, after 10 minutes, this is where you're going to start saving the distance. Route obviously stays the same, but using steering you can take advantage of the racing line within the route. Therefore, with two riders competing on the same route, it is possible that with steering one of them can easily cut the distance. Yes? However, in a group race, this is what I was about to say, riders without steering are automatically steered to follow other riders, sort of, to give them some draft. But with steering, a rider does have the option of choosing a quicker line, and if combined with a surge in power, they could easily get a gap from a rider behind them who is unable to follow the same lines. But this, of course, depends on how strong they are and whether or not the riders behind let them go. So when would steering really make a difference? Well, Time trials. If steering is allowed and there is no draft, then I am confident that a rider can get round the course faster compared to another rider of the same ability who does not have steering. Question. Why is steering not allowed in ZRL races? Simple answer, because of the advantages it gives riders. Thank you for watching and listening to Dr. Nob's Research Laboratory, where science and common sense prevail and have become best friends. I thank you very much.